All righty. Good evening. Oh, my voice sounded funny. That's what we're going to talk about. So, I woke up this morning and I was like, oh, I don't know if I feel so great. But like sometimes when the rain is coming, like my body feels weird, or now we have the super bloom. So it's like my sinuses could be already started to see the flowers up in the hills. So my sinuses could be a little bit off. But I always like kind of err on the side of what if I'm getting sick? Because, well, I mean, who wants to be sick? So I'm going to tell you what my routine is, and you're welcome to chime in. Like I said, it's funny because sometimes my routine, I've heard this thing about that doctors distract us long enough for our bodies to heal themselves. I wrote some stuff down. Um, and sometimes I think, well, maybe me trying to make myself feel better is a way to distract myself so that my body can heal because on a timeline, the body mostly for most things will just take care of it. But of course, I want to speed it up. So I woke up and I said, oh, I'm not sure if I'm feeling well. It wasn't like 100%, but I thought, does my throat feel weird? And again, is it the rain? So the first thing I wanted to do was take zinc, but I can't take zinc on an empty stomach. It just doesn't go well. So I had some food and then I took zinc and I took 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C, but I had to have the food just for my stomach. And then this is a old remedy that comes from, I think, my mother's mother. What I did was I gargled warm water with salt, actually almost hot water with salt for quite a time. Some of these are remedies that go back through my family for a long time. And then I had my normal green tea, and I don't always have my green tea with lemon and honey, but today I had it with lemon and honey. And I had like 3 cups, which is normally more than I have before I go to do my class at Runyon for maybe obvious reasons, because I don't want to I can't take a break. And we'll talk more about that in a second. And then also from my father's side of the family, I tied something around my neck so that my neck would stay warm if it was a throat thing. And when I sleep tonight, we'll probably do the same thing, although I feel pretty okay, but I'm not going to stop this routine. So after I came back from teaching class, and the next thing I did was I made lunch. I made some vegetables and stuff, but I put an enormous amount of garlic on it. I would have maybe should have probably done more, but I can feel the garlic coming out of my pores a little bit now, which is good. And I took another 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C, and I took one of my normal multivitamins. I normally would take those anyways. And then I had more tea. Um, but I had the tea with ginger, and I had it twice with ginger. So it was almost like a full spoon of ginger, but over the course of the first 2 cups. But I drank today in total. So an acquaintance of mine, one of our a student who sometimes does yoga with us, his this is another family recipe. His Persian grandfather told him, if you're ever not feeling well, you should drink 40 cups of tea. I've only gotten up to 27 ever. I've never gotten to 40, but today I got up to 13. But I'm going to teach this class, and so I said, no, you better cut yourself off because I don't want to have to take a break. Um, and that's it. That's all I've done today. And you know, many times I go into this routine of kind of getting my body what I think it needs. Oh, I also did apple cider vinegar. About maybe I just do a splash in the glass and drink that. I did that twice as well. I don't think that was on my list. I did that early and then I did it after lunch. Those are normally the things I go to. Sometimes I'll do oil of oregano, but I don't have that. I think I gave the last of it away. I should have bought some more. But that's normally what I do to try to give my body what are these little things that I think are what we call home remedies. And like I said, some of them go way back in both sides of my family and other people's family, so that I can get myself back to that spot. although, like I said in the beginning, it could be the coming rain, it could be the flowers, and nonetheless, I don't care. All of those things are good for me, and that is, if I feel like I might be becoming sick, that's how I fight it. So anyways, thank you for listening. We're going to start with our hopping. I'm going to shoot on over to the hopping area. You can begin your hopping whenever you like. And of course, you can pat the ribs, the low ribs. And the kidneys too. I'm going to go back to the ribs. I don't want to pat the kidneys too much because I don't want to take a break. Very nice. Feet about the distance of the hips. Make sure I got space. We're going to swing the arms forward, one direction here at first. And the opposite direction, please. Very nice. Across the front, switching which hand goes on top. And hands on the hips. We swing the hips around one direction. At first, we are breathing in through the nose and out through the nose for the entirety of the class until we hit final rest. Excellent. Opposite direction, please. Good. Let's step the right foot directly over the left. Partial forward fold because you don't want the hands to touch the ground. And then wherever that is, we're going to circle in the hands, wherever your partial forward fold is. Excellent. Switch the feet, and then we're going to pendulum. Excellent. Let's stand. Feet together. Big toes touching, ankles apart, shoulders back, core in, thumbs out. Here we go. We'll move some with the breathing. We're going to breathe in, reach up and look up, prayer to the moon. So the hands are in prayer above the head. We're going to forward fold, bringing the fingers nice and low, maybe on the ground. The legs are straight, from either on the shins. We look up, shoulder blades together, core in. Forward fold on the out breath, and then all the way back up, reaching out and up. Hands in prayer again above the head. We're going to come down through the heart center. And then all the way back up on the in-breath. Breathing out, forward folding, fingers low. We'll keep them down. We're going to look up, lengthen the tail through the eyeballs. Forward fold on the out-breath. All the way back up, reaching out and up. Down again through the heart center. Back up, in-breath. Forward folding again, fingers low. And we look up. And we forward fold. Back up, reaching out and up. Down through the heart center. All the way up again on the in-breath. Breathing out, forward folding, fingers low. And we look up. And we forward fold. Back up, reaching out and up. down through the heart center and up again on the in-breath. Breathing out, forward folding. We look up and we forward fold. Back up, reaching out and up. Down through the heart. All the way up again on the in-breath. Breathing out, forward folding. And we're going to look up. And from here, step back to the top of push-up, belly and legs tight. We're going to take a couple of breaths here, maybe more. You could just drop down, you could put your knees down, you could come down and hover 2 inches. And we're going to roll forward, up dog, tight legs, third eye looking. And then down dog, feet about 2 fists apart. You can move the legs if you like, bending one, pushing the opposite heel towards down. Good. Walk your way up to the top of the mat, feet together. We look up and we forward fold, all the way back up, reaching out and up. And down through the heart center again, and all the way back up on the in-breath. Breathing out, forward folding, fingers low. We look up, we're stepping again, top of push-up. We're going to lower and drop, up dog, and down dog. Nice. If you want more movement, up on the toes on the in-breath, down with the heels on the out-breath, or you could stay still. We're looking at the knees of the navel. And step or jump, top of the mat, toes together. We look up and we forward fold, all the way back up, reaching out and up. Down again through the heart center, back up on the in-breath. Breathing out, forward folding. We look up, stepping again, top of push-up. We lower, drop, up dog, and down dog, and we're going to stay right here. All right, step or jump, top of the mat, toes together. We look up and we forward fold. Let's come on all the way up. We're going to hold hands in prayer over the head, right up to the rain. We're going to look up, pull the core in. And if you want to arch back, lift the heart. And then we're going to bring the arms right down at the sides again. Excellent. So again, big toes touching, ankles apart. Let the knees fall together as you sit in chair with the arms straight up. Right, and up over again, forward folding. We look up, shoulder blades together. We step in again, top of push-up. We're going to lower, drop, up dog, and down dog. We begin with warrior one, right foot stepping almost to the wrist of that hand. Left foot turns out, and we're going to come up, push into the back foot, and reach that left arm forward. So we're turning the torso to the front of the mat. You push into the outside edge of your back foot, breathing in the nose all the time. Excellent. Touch the ceiling. Again, hands back down, stepping, top of push-up. We lower, drop, up dog, and down dog. Left foot stepping, right foot turns out. And same, we'll do the first one with that right arm reaching forward, turning that torso to the front of space, breathing in the nose. Feel again the outside edge of that back foot pushing into the mat. Excellent. Touch the ceiling. Again, hands back down, stepping back. We lower, drop, up dog, and down dog, and we'll stay here. A lot of times I say step or jump. If you ever wanted to see the jump, I'm going to do the jump, which it's a little rough on the shoulders. Most of the time we step, but here's the jump. to the top, and we look up, and we forward fold. Feet and knees sitting in chair, standing, shoulders back, tight core. We're going to do at least a couple more of these. Let's sit in chair again. And up, over, forward, folding, fingers low. We look up, we step in, top of push-up. We're going to lower drop, up dog, and down dog. Warrior one, right foot stepping, left foot turns out. We're coming back up. This time, hands in prayer above the head, core in and up, looking up, breathing. Great, hands down again, stepping back. We lower drop, up dog, down dog, left foot stepping, right foot turns out. Again, hands in prayer above the head, core in and up. Looking up if it doesn't bother your neck. Great, hands back down, stepping, top of push-up. We lower drop, up dog and down dog, and we're going to stay right here. And step jump, top of the mat, toes together. We look up and we forward fold, feet and knees, sitting in chair, standing, shoulders back. We're going to just do one more tonight, but it'll have a bunch of extra pieces. We sit in chair. Great. Up, over, forward, folding. We look up, stepping again, top of push-up. We lower drop, up dog, down dog. Warrior one again on the right, left foot turns out. So get your warrior base set up. And from here, we're going to bring arms out in the front with the palms facing the, let the rain fall down into your hands, facing the ceiling or the sky. Good, turn the palms to face, and we're going to open all the way up, maybe looking up. And now turn the palms up to the sky, hands in prayer above the head. You could arch back, and then hands back down again. Step in, top of push-up. We lower drop, up dog, down dog. Left foot, please. Right foot turns out. And then once you got your base, arms out in the front, palms facing the sky. And hopefully I said it right on the last one. I wasn't sure, but now palms face each other, and then we're going to open up because I was concerned about how close I am to my wall here. Need a tiny bit more space. There we go. Turn the palms to face the ceiling, up with the hands. You could arch back. Great, hands back down, stepping. We lower drop, up dog, and we're going to stay right here in down dog. We'll take a nice long hold on this one. If you want more, grip the fingertips to the mat a little bit. Good, step or jump, top of the mat, toes together. We're going to look up and we forward fold. Let's sit in chair with the cactus arms on the chair there. Good, so we're going to take the right elbow outside of the left knee. Left knee probably pull back, pull it back forward. Hands in prayer in towards the chest, fingers to the face. Left shoulder rotating back. I'm going to keep breathing. Some people like to open the arms. Great. Keep the arm outside of the leg though. Excellent. Forward fold. Just hang for a moment. Let everything fall up your back and your shoulders and your fingertips. Excellent. Sit in chair again with the cactus arms. And let's twist the other side. So left elbow outside of right. Bring that right knee back forward if it moved. Hands in prayer. And we rotate the right shoulder back. You want the knees lined up to the same as the line of the front of your mat. Excellent. We're going to forward fold, take the feet apart. You grab elbows or prayer. We're going to hang down. You could bounce if you like. Engage the core all the way up. We're going to touch the ceiling. And then all the way back down, peace fingers under the big toes, thumbs touching on the inside, elbows out and away. Top of the head reaching down, trying to work the legs towards straight, but they might be bent, no problem. Good, all the way up again to the ceiling and all the way down again, each hand under each foot from the front so the toes touch the crease of the wrist. You can pull up on the feet if you like. My legs are definitely bent on this one, but we are trying to make them straight, top of the head towards down. Very nice. Let's stand. We're just going to take a moment here, a couple of breaths. We are going to pivot through the standing series, and we'll go slow in case this is your first time pivoting. I do this more on the online classes than my other public classes. So we're going to start with triangle. So right foot's going to stay up at the top, left foot about the distance of one of your legs back, back foot's about 45 degrees, heel to heel, legs straight. Arms out over those feet. We're going to take a breath in. As we breathe out, we're going to reach out for triangle, right hand down, left arm up, and we're going to breathe just like this. You can look at the foot because you want your nose pointing to the foot if you're looking there, or look up to the reaching hand, which should be sitting right over your shoulder, over your other shoulder, over your knee. Excellent. We're going to come up. We're going to pivot. We'll go slow on the first one. Right foot turns into 45 degrees. Left foot turns straight out the back here. We're going to reach out over that foot, just like the other side. Left hand down, right arm up. We breathe here in triangle. And back up again. We pivot again. Left toes 45, right toes straight out the front. For the next pose, we're going to shorten the stance a couple of inches. We're going to reach the left arm forward and lean slightly forward. Get that length there. And then we're going to twist triangle by putting the left hand on the right shin, actually like the back of it outside of the leg. And then right arm up. Keeping the leg straight, you can work that hand down towards the foot. For some of us, it'll get there. For some of us, it's going to stay on the shin. We're going to take several breaths here. Good. Let's come back up. And we're going to pivot again. Right toes 45, left toes out. We're going to reach that right arm all the way out. I'm going to hold that length for a moment. And again, right hand down, left arm up, keep the hip in, keep breathing. Excellent. Back up. We pivot again, left toes 45, right toes out. Re-lengthen the stance for warrior two. So back to that stance of about the length of your leg or even a little bit longer. Arms out over the feet. We're going to take several breaths like this, looking at the right hand. Extended side angle, forearm on the leg, left arm up and over. You could put the right hand on the ground if you prefer. We're going to breathe and reach the whole side right here. Good. Back up, we'll straighten the legs so that we can pivot. Right toes 45, left toes out. We're doing warrior two, facing out the back now. We're going to take several breaths like this. And again, extended side angle, forearm on the leg, right arm up and over. We're going to breathe here. Whatever you did on the other side, please try to copy that. And back up again, straight that leg. We're going to pivot again. Left toes 45, right toes out. Warrior two, again. We're going to stay here for a couple of breaths. Let's twist. You could keep the back foot flat. You could come to the ball of the foot. Left elbow coming outside of the leg, hands in prayer. You can put the knee down if you prefer. Rotate that right shoulder way back. We're going to breathe like this. Good. We're going to pivot again. So right toes 45, left toes out. If the knee down is down, coming into that pivot is a little more worksome. I don't know if worksome is a word, but it has more work to it. Worksome and worrisome. So again, you could keep the foot flat, which is more the Ashtanga tradition, or ball the foot swinging through. And then whatever you did on the other side, I put the knee down. But we're coming up into the base of horse with the toes slightly splayed, hands on the knees. This is the one time we can put the hands heavy on the knees. And then we're going to rotate the right shoulder forward, and then the left, and a bit of back and forth. Let's come back to center. Keep the legs as they are. Reach the arms straight up into the rain. And we're going to breathe here. Excellent. Straight the legs. We'll turn the feet to run straight forward. And we're going to reach straight up and then straight down. So the big toes, make a line, put the fingertips on that line. If that's difficult, take the feet further apart. Keeping the fingertips on that line, you could bring the palms down, the head down towards that line, the elbows back to the legs. Whatever your body will allow. We're going to try to keep the legs straight and breathe. Good. Back up. We're going to reach out to the ends of the fingers. And then behind the back, we shall intertwine those fingers. We're going to come in forward fold right here. Lifting the arms up off the back, a little, a lot, much as your body will allow. Excellent. Up again to the sky. And down again, grabbing the shins, the ankles, or the peace fingers with the big toes. Elbows away from the ears, legs mostly straight. And we'll stay down low, both hands over to the right, left shoulder under and through. Let's take a few breaths here today. And over to the other side, right shoulder under and through. Excellent. We're going to stand and we're going to shorten the stance to about between 3.5 feet. Let's start straight forward. So right toes 45. I'm sorry, right toes straight forward, left toes 45. So right foot straight forward for pyramid. Behind the back, we shall grab the elbows or reverse prayer. Shoulder blades back and together. We're going to look up and we're going to come down and look at the right foot, keeping those shoulder blades coming up and together. First optional movement is up into warrior 3, if you like. Next option is a half moon, right hand down, left arm up. Switching of the hands, twist of the moon. Excellent. Let's put that foot back down. We're going to pivot again. Right toes 45, left toes out. Arms out for the rotation. And then again behind the back, shoulder blades together. We're going to come down again and look at the left foot. First option, if you like, is warrior 3. half moon if you want it. Switching hands. We stand, and we stand just in time to squat. Feet about the distance of the hips, toes slightly splayed. We're going to come down, elbows into the legs. We're going to lengthen way up the back. We're going to take mini breath right here. And hands in prayer straight forward. We're coming all the way up to the sky. And then all the way back down, hands in prayer straight forward. Again, all the way up to the sky. Back down, hands in prayer straight forward. Again, all the way up to the sky. Back down, hands in prayer straight forward. One more tonight. And then back down. We're going to go to hands and knees. This is my trick for the knees. If you're on a really hard surface, pick a bit of the mat up and fold it over and put your knees on that part. Knees are about 2 fists apart. We're doing cat and cow. So we're going to drop the belly down, looking up third eye. That is the in-breath. Breathing out, we're going to arch the back, looking at the legs and moving and breathing. This is a good pose to close your eyes on because of the movement. Come back to center. We're going to look over the right shoulder, see the tail. And then over the left shoulder, please. And back to center. Let's step the right foot top of the mat and hands straight up into the sky. We're going to take several breaths here. And we're coming down on the inside. So right hand right next to the right foot. You could stay here. You could walk the hands forward and maybe put the elbows down. And we're going to stay here breathing anyways. Excellent. Let's do the other side. So left foot is up to the top. And then again, arms straight up. We'll take several breaths like this. You can walk that foot further forward, the up foot, the left foot. And again, down on the inside. Whatever you did on the other side, if you walk the hands forward and try to get the elbows down, you can be in between. You can get elbows down. Nonetheless, we are breathing. Back to hands and knees. We're going to turn the right hand in to face the left. And we're going to feed the left arm through, laying onto the left shoulder and the side of the face. I'm going to push my right hand against the mat, rotating my right shoulder back. Those of you that like could bring the hand around, grabbing the pocket of the leg. Keep that shoulder rotating back. I'm keeping my hand on the mat. Excellent. Up we come. And other side, left hand is turning in to face the right. Right arm is feeding through. We're laying all the way onto the side. You could come around the back if you prefer. And back up to hands and knees. We're going to come into pigeon again from hands and knees. So we're going to start bringing the right knee to the right hand, and then the right foot up towards the left hand. And we're going to crawl that left leg back, getting that distance long knee to knee. You can lift the heart looking up, and then we're going to come down forearms, head down, maybe arms all the way out. And we're going to find a comfortable place to stay here and breathe. And back to hands and knees. Of course, we're going to do the other side. So left knee up to the left wrist. Left foot comes up towards the right hand. Right knee crawls way back. We look up and down again. We come, forearms, head down. See if you can do a match of whatever you did on the other side. And let's simply bring ourselves to a seated position. And we're going to straddle the legs out. And we're going to breathe in and touch the ceiling. We're going to breathe out and touch the right toes. Then all the way back up and then over to the other side. And a bit of back and forth on this. Always the out breath is on the downward fold. So the in-breath will be in the middle. It will almost take care of itself. Excellent. Touch the sky. Hold the breath here. And bring the arms down. Let's bring the soles of the feet together. And we're going to pull them in nice and tight. Left hand's going to grab the small toes. We're doing Baddha Konasana A. The knees are coming down towards the mat. Shoulders are back, core in and up. You could butterfly the legs if you like. We're continuing the breathing. Long and deliberate in the nose. So keep the shoulders back. Try to put the low part of the sternum where all the ribs meet, the lowest part, we're going to try to bring down towards the big toes, pushing the elbows against the legs. And we're going to breathe here. Well, we're going to come up, we're going to twist differently tonight. We're going to cross the legs, cross them however is easy for you. And we're going to put the hands on the shoulders, fingers down the front, thumbs down the back. And we're going to go to one side, that'll be an in-breath, and then the other side will be an out-breath. And if you notice right away, one side is tighter, put the out-breath on the tight side. You could also bring the arms out in goddess, so a little more leverage, or way out, if you got the space. Be careful with that way out leverage, it's a lot. And let's bring the right hand to the left knee. And the left hand could sit right behind you, or it could come all the way around, grabbing the pocket or the leg or your shirt. And we're going to sit up nice and tall, looking at the wall. So we're getting long, giving profile, tall up in the twist, profile to the back wall, or to the eyeball line on whatever wall it is. Excellent. Let's go all the way over to the other side. So left hand is going to grab the right knee. And if you wanted to come around, grabbing the shirt, the pocket of the leg, we sit up tall, we twist, we look at the eyeball line, right there. Excellent. To center again, we shall be on the tailbone. I'm going to double up my mat. We're going to do our core work. So arms underneath the bent legs. And we'll roll back on the tail. You could stay right here. You could bring the arms out parallel, locking the shoulders back. You could straighten the legs. You could put the hands behind the head. We're going to keep breathing here. We're doing 5. Cross the legs, sit up nice and tall. Excellent, up again. Breathing in the nose, shoulders back, looking at the feet. Unless their legs are bent, then we look over the feet. Cross the legs, sit up nice and tall, shoulders back. Up again, number 3. Cross the legs, sit up tall. Up again for 4. Cross the legs, sit up tall. And up for the last one here. Good, hug the knees in. If you rolled up the mat, you'll need to unroll it. We're gonna lie back. You can grab the shins, pull them down, and then bring the nose up to the knees. And then we're gonna do a bridge, feet down flat, feet and knees about 2 fists apart. Longest finger almost touches the heel. Gonna lift the hips, tuck the shoulders, intertwine the fingers, push the arms down. Those of you that want to do Urdhva Dhanurasana are welcome to. Great, all the way down. We're going upside down. We're starting with plow, kicking the feet up and over the head. You could have the hands on the back or intertwine fingers with the arms pushing against the mat. We're going to take a few breaths here. And if your hands are not on the back, put them there now and feet straight up into the sky. Shoulder stand, heavy shoulders, heavy elbows. We continue the breathing. Excellent, bend the legs, and we're gonna roll down into dead bug. We hold the feet up to the ceiling, knees in the armpits. You could stay still or rock around. And then bring the knees into the chest like you got pencils, one on each knee. We're gonna draw a circle on the ceiling, one direction here at first. The knees are staying together and the feet are staying together. And then the opposite direction, please. We're going to keep the right knee up, bring the left leg straight out. Left hand grabs the right knee. We're going to lift that hip and bring the knee over to our left side as we reach out and look to our right side. And let's come back up. We're going to switch it Right leg out, left knee up, right hand grabs that knee. Up and over we come. We'll reach out to the left side. And back to center. Hug the knees into the chest. Thank yourself for coming out. And then we're gonna lie down for a couple minutes. Traditional final rest is feet a bit apart, hands a little away from the body. Let the breath return to normal. And let the body sink deeper and deeper into the ground. All right, we'll move the fingers and toes a little bit if you like. You can rotate wrists and the ankles. And reach the hands way over the top of the head. Get as long as you can, fingers and toes, and lock the core down and hold that stretch. Nice, bring the knees to the chest and rock yourself up to a comfortable seated position, whatever is comfortable for you. We're gonna bring the hands to the heart center, making a bit of fire. Let's bring those arms all the way up. We're gonna take a breath in through the nose as much as we can get. We're gonna breathe in more if possible, and even more. Hold the breath, tighten the core, tighten the legs, lift the floor. Then go ahead and let that all out. You're living your dream, don't miss it. Namaste. Thank you for joining me this evening. It's DanielOverberger.com. You can find links to my Venmo and PayPal there. If you need those, most of you probably all don't. Let me end this